Hello everyone! Previously here in the channel, I covered how the Mister FPGA is the best way to enjoy retro games. It's the closest thing you'll have to the original hardware without the hassle of having upscalers, SCART cables, and everything else you need to get a good image on an LCD screen. And the reason for this video is because many people said that the Nintendo 64 was the limit for the Mister FPGA, that it was too complex and hard to develop. But guess what? Now we have an N64 FPGA core running on the Mister. It's not perfect and not at full speed, but if you look how it was a few days ago and how it is now, you'll see that it is possible. And in today's video, I'm gonna show how you can set up the cores so you can test it for yourself. And I'll also be showing a few games for the Nintendo 64 core and the Sega Saturn core. But before that, I'd like to show a warning for any Mister owner out there. This is my Mister unit 1 year after the review, and it's still working pretty well, but you can see here in the case that there's a few rust points. This happens because half of the case is made of iron and the other half is made of aluminum. You can see here that the top and the sides are not magnetic, but the bottom is. So all of this part here will rust with time. And this was a pretty dumb decision if you ask me, because at some point I'll have to replace this case, and I'll have to pay attention to not let the rust spread to the contacts. So if you have a Mister with this case, be sure to apply some WD-40 to protect it from rust on the long run. Now, how to set up the cores? Well, you need two things. One is the BIOS for the Nintendo 64, which can be found by googling for these words on screen. Then all you have to do is follow the instructions on this website and you're good to go. Oh, and don't forget that in order to play Super Mario 64, you have to patch the ROM to remove Mario's eyes because currently it glitches the core. Again, all of the instructions is in the website. You can see here that there are two cores for the Nintendo 64. It's because those cores get updated nearly daily. By the time I post this video, I believe that the core is already outdated.
It's me, Mario!
And you can see here that the core skipped that 3D Mario face. That's probably to avoid some glitches. But with the patches, the game is running.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
As you can see, it's not running perfectly. There is still some slowdowns and some glitches. But you can see in some quieter areas that the speed goes back to normal. Like here. And the analog stick movement is perfect. Just like it is on the original Nintendo 64. There's also no input lag. And I can't wait to see the core running at full speed. You can also see that the graphics is a little weird. That's because the textures are unfiltered. If Mario 64 ran on a PlayStation 1, it would look like this.
Let's go.
And here on the first stage it is a lot worse. But still, most of the game is running without crashing. And that alone is very surprising.
Here we go.
So this is Mario 64 running on the Mister. In some areas you can get the feel of how the final project will be. And that alone is amazing. Let's see, can we boot Smash Brothers? I guess not, and yeah, definitely no. Let's try Starfox 64. Okay, Starfox works.
It's about time you showed up, Fox. You're the only hope for our world.
I'll do my best. Andros won't have his way with me.
Watch out, bogey on your tail.
This one is running pretty nice, but just like Super Mario 64, in some sections you will get slowdowns.
Thanks, Fox. I thought they had me.
We're entering Corneria City now.
But notice how different from traditional emulation, all of the audio runs flawlessly. You get no slowdowns whatsoever. Here's some Paper Mario. Everything was fine until I inputted my name and tried to start the game. Then everything became that Thomas the Train meme. Mario Party 3 boots up but crashes in the file select. And here's a game that don't crash. Mario Kart 64 runs very well. And notice how the portraits aren't glitched.
Let's go.
Here's one of my favorite obscure games from the Nintendo 64, Chameleon Twist. We tested enough 64 games, let's move on to Sega Saturn. And here's something I really wanted to test. This is Sonic World inside Sonic Jam. And this alongside Sonic R was the closest that we got to a full Sonic game in the 16-bit era. I mean 32. And even though we have graphical glitches, the game is running at full speed. Another game that's running very well is Knights. Here's Saturn Bomberman working flawlessly. And for 2D games like this, you can add the filters if you want. And Sonic R feels a lot different from the PC version. Panzer Dragoon Saga is another masterpiece from the Saturn that you can play here.
Cuidado, Edge.
Nihil. De incidente.
And finally, my favorite Sega Saturn game so far. Burning Rangers is a cool title that you should check it out. And I definitely have to let this intro video play because it's awesome.
Burning.
Reaction on fuel sensor. February chamber fully loaded. Transfer unit setup completed. Good luck.
Okay, are you ready? I'm going to take you through the basics. Mastering these techniques are critical to becoming a ranger. I'm Chris Parton, the leader of the Burning Rangers, and your navigator for this exercise.
Chris always monitors our situation and provides us with updates. Make sure you listen to her carefully, because it may save your life.
To all Rangers.
And it's weird because the game doesn't have a soundtrack in the background, but in my opinion, it made the game more immersive. You really feel that you're in a rescue mission.
Transport. Show and big, take point and contain the spread of the fire for the rescue team.
Roger.
Tillis and Reed, proceed to the control room located underground in basement level number 1.
Roger.
Press the Z button for navigation. I'll guide you. The fire is spreading faster than I thought. Tillis, be careful.
I'm here to save you. Hold on!
I'm scared.
Stay calm, you'll be fine. Coordinates set.
Coordinates confirmed. Transport. Transport complete. Here's the first one. Listen for a sound before the explosion, okay, Tillis?
Whoa!
Watch out! You'll be able to go from there.
Whoa!
Go up. Looks like the shutter won't budge. There should be an emergency override switch nearby. Try locating it. Tillis, sector...
And that's it. The Mister FPGA is just getting better and better. I didn't expect to see Nintendo 64 games running on it. I mean, it's not running even on analog systems like the Analog Pocket or Super NT. And the speed which the cores get updated is outstanding. I recommend you to follow the channel Video Game Esoterica. They almost post videos daily about the core updates. And if you haven't seen it before, check my video about the Mister FPGA. It's a very complete review. And by the way, you can now become a member of the channel. For around $1, you can help me make more content and get exclusive access to the member section of our Discord channel. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Who's the one for you to count on? Won't turn from danger from now on. Accept the burning ranges that's strong. Check for yourself, see if the facts wrong. They're ready for trouble on this platform, so they're violating, get your back torn. Out of darkness, rise of justice, God's the same.